we're going to have a look at another example of solving radical equations. This one's a bit more advanced and it has extraneous solutions. What does that mean? Solutions that are not valid. Here we go. We do the same as last time. We've got the left-hand side, right-hand side. How do we get rid of the radical? Let's square both sides, okay? And on the left, we're squaring a square root, which leaves us with what's inside? 20 minus x. And on the right side, we've got x squared. What is that? That is now a quadratic equation, which we did in chapter 9. How do we solve this? We get it all equal to 0 on one side. So we like the x squared to be positive, right? Something positive outside. So let's move this stuff over there. 0 equals x squared. Minus x comes over and becomes plus x. Plus 20 comes over and becomes minus 20. And now we're factoring, okay? Remember, to solve a quadratic equation, we now know 3 ways, right? Factoring, completing the square, and the quadratic formula. Okay, and you always try factoring first, unless you're specifically asked to do a certain method. And how do we do this one? This is all coming back, isn't it? We're looking for 2 numbers, so we've got a 1 there, which is one of the easier types. We're looking for 2 numbers that add to give plus 1. There's a 1 there. So what plus what equals plus 1? And we're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to give negative 20. So what times what equals negative 20? And these numbers have to be exactly the same. That and that have to be the same, that and that have to be the same. So 1 times the other is negative. So one's got to be positive, one's got to be negative. And we need 2 numbers that have a difference of 1. So 20, 10 and 2? No. 5 and 4? Yes. 5 times 4. And we need a plus and a minus. They're adding to give a positive. So the larger magnitude number is going to be positive and the other one's going to be negative. Let's check that. 5 plus negative 4 is plus 1? Yes. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20? Yes, we got it. So it's x plus 5, x minus 4. Now we use our zero product property, okay? We've got something times something equaling 0, something times something equaling 0, which means this must be 0 or this must be 0. So this must be 0 or this must be 0. Giving x equals negative 5 or x equals plus 4. Now I forgot to say something in the question. For this particular question, we have to solve and check. There might be solutions that don't work. We got 2, right? But they are 2 potential solutions. We've got to test them. And so there's a fancy name for them. Have to think about it. Maybe you know it. I'll reveal that in a second. Let's test x equals negative 5. So let's test it, put this back into the original equation without the square root symbols. Sorry, without the squaring there. Okay, before we did all that stuff. Okay, into this equation. X equals negative 5, so we're going to get root 20 minus x. 20 minus, and x is minus 5. We're going to double minus there. Equals minus 5. 20 minus minus 5, that is 20. Get root 25 equals negative 5. We get 5 equals negative 5. No! Okay, that doesn't work. Remember, there's no plus and minus there. It's just positive root 25 equals positive 5. So that doesn't work. That gets rejected. Okay, that is called an extraneous solution. Here's a cool word. All right, let's test this one. So you might get both solutions are okay, or you might get one extraneous, or you may even get both extraneous, and then you say no solution. I wonder which one this is going to be. Let's test 4. Put it into here. 20 minus x equals x. Oh, this might be good. So we get root 16 equals 4. 4 equals 4. Yes, this one's okay. This one is not extraneous. So for our final solution here, we're just going to say x equals 4, and that's it. Okay, so make sure you clearly say what your final solutions are. Cross out the ones that don't work and maybe put a box around the ones that do work.